Hi guys, this is Angie from Don't Pay Retail Thrift, and I was just going to give you a little tour of some of my Christmas decorations. I'll probably just do a couple rooms and make this maybe 2 videos because my camera's been shutting off and I don't know when it will shut off or how far I'll get. So this is my sunroom, and this is my tree, the big tree in the middle that I like to call my snowman or my snowman room. And I decorate this room with snowmen, and I leave it up through all the way through January because I love it. I love the blue and white, and it snows here and it's winter and it's just more of a winter as opposed to a Christmas tree. So this is probably the only Christmas tree you'll see that does not have a star on top, and it has the blue and white lights. For some reason the top section's not twinkling like it's supposed to be. If you've seen my Instagram, it's the same as here, Don't Pay Retail Thrift. I used to do this tree with an actual snowman head, like the top part right here that the hat is sitting on, I would take off, and I had like a 12-inch round snowman head with the hat on it, but it just got demolished after a few years. So and I didn't make another one, so I just put the little topper back on and just put the hat on top and the scarf and the balls. And I used to put some skis down here for feet. I mean some ski boots down here for feet, but I don't have those anymore, the blue ones, so I just did them like this year. But you can look at my Instagram and you'll see the picture of the first year I did it. But it's just cute. I center it so that it's in the middle of that back window and in the middle of the side window here, and it looks really pretty from the outside. And then this little guy here, let's see, I just added him recently. He's just a piece that I actually have this mold, and I poured this one and made this one. And this little basket is actually a separate piece. You can do it with it or without it. But he's just a cute little mold that I got from a lady where she was wanting to get her garage back for her car. She had a bunch of ceramic molds, and yeah, I love it. I've only done him once though, but eventually I'll probably make a couple more of those. It's just a big piece and it takes a lot of slip to make. You can kind of see my outside. I had a lot of trouble with my outside lights this year. There's lights on the aspen tree that's like right here, but they didn't work. I got up to, you can't see that there's a big pine tree. It's in the shadow of this tree that you're seeing in the reflection. But I used to do big C9, vintage C9s on it. It's a big pine tree, and it was gorgeous until a few years ago. The light stopped working, and the tree just got way too big. Then a little more of outside. It snowed on us this morning, so I have these little candy canes, and there's a snowman on you can't see it from here, but on the right side of my door. But when I put lights on the camper, there's lights like that going down both sides, and there's in the front window there's like a vintage Santa Claus like wall thing or window thing that's lit up. But that's really cute, and I think I'm gonna leave the camper lit up too. I'll probably just leave it lit up until we take it camping again because it's just so cute. But I had trouble with my outside lights this year. I went to do all my eaves. I usually put icicles on the eaves, and none of the lights worked, so I trashed them. So that day I put out my candy canes and my snowman that you can't see, and I was so excited to come home at night to see them lit up, and I came home and the middle row of candy canes were out. So I had to replace those. But I usually on the outside I do like a candy cane theme. I have that's another aspen right there, and it had red and white lights on it, but they no longer worked. So my outside I was just like, okay, forget it. So I just have some candy canes on the flower bed, the 2 little trees here, and then there's a snowman, like I said, that you can't see in the camper. But this is the tree that I just added in here this year. It's just this crazy, see if you can, well, see it better. It's this crazy like wire, really sharp wire silver tree. I got it for like and it's very weird and oddly shaped, but it's really cute. It's probably not seeing it very well. Actually, let's see if I can turn off the lights and you might can see it better. It's just a really weird little tree. I got it for $1 at a yard sale, and I loved it. But I added it in here because my niece, I think last year, sent me a bunch of snowman ornaments. She thought I was going to put him on here, but I decided to keep him a snowman with just the 3 balls for buttons. And anyway, so I put my snowman ornaments on this one and my icicles. But I love it. Just a lot of little vintage ornaments that her and my sister sent me. And this is one I've had, or this is one I had. But, and this little guy right here lights up. So everything is thrifted pretty much. And then she also sent me these little snowmen with the little letters. And this is just a box that I got at the Goodwill bins. And it just happened to match the theme. It's just one of those, you know, storage boxes. And so I sit it on that to raise it up so that you can see it from the outside. And that's my niece that gave me that. And she's a little older now. But, yeah, so this is just kind of, I think of her when I see this tree a lot. And this guy, I love these guys. I think my niece and her sister sent me those. They're those little things that move in the sun. I love those. I have those in a lot of windowsills, different kinds. But this guy right here, I thrifted from a storage locker auction. He's like a, what's it called? Like LED or something. But I turned him this way so you could see it. But he's normally turned looking outside so he can be seen from outside. But he changes colors. And so does the tree, but it doesn't look like it's doing it right now. But he might be getting tired, because I pretty much, this room in here, I don't have these on a timer. I plug them in. All the lights are the LED cool lights, so I don't worry about them. But I plug them in when I put them up, and I leave them plugged up. Now, actually, when I take down all my other Christmas and I leave this, I probably will put them on a timer so they just come on and go off at night. But that's the back of him. He usually stands and looks outside. And I like to sit out here a lot and have coffee in the morning. You see we got snow last night. Not a whole lot, but enough to make it look a little prettier with the lights. But that's what it looks like with the lights off. It's probably hard to see. But this is just an enclosed front porch. So it's a skinny long room. But I love it. We replaced the front windows, and it's just a nice room in the summer and in the winter to sit out in. So I'll move and show you the next room. All right, so this is coming in my living room, my front door. This is that like buffet that I thrifted. You've seen, if you watched my videos, you saw me when I talked about getting it. I love it. I actually moved my other buffet down in the basement. But anyway, I love it. But this is where I put my silver tree. This is just a little about 3.5 foot aluminum tree. And I got it at, I think, an auction house for like $10. I can't remember how many. It's small, but I like it because it just sits here. Last year I decorated it different, and every year I kind of like decorate things different or move things around. I never like I'm that person who's constantly moving around my furniture. So I do that with thrifting too, but I decided this year to do this buffet. I used to put my big nativity, I used to put my ceramic trees on it. Then I started putting my big nativity that I made on it. Now this year I just have a lot of my nativities. And I have so much that I did not put them all out, but I'm going to show you what I did put out. This one here, I thrifted it from somewhere. It's just a little glass ornament with, you've seen it on my video if you've watched my videos. But I thrifted that, and then this big one is actually a music box I got from this guy's basement who was selling his mother's stuff. And when I first, and it has a star hanging in there, so it's really kind of, I cleaned it, but it's just old, and it's got some marks here. But I'll turn the light off too in a minute. Maybe you can see it better. But when I first saw it, it was like $1 or something. I wanted to take this part off and just get the pieces out. But then I realized it's a music box, and it has a turn down there at the bottom. I'm not going to play it because it'll keep playing, but it turns and spins and plays. And I thought it was so cool and vintage, and I had never seen them before. Actually, I saw one going on eBay around the time that was in great condition for a whole lot of money. So I just thought, I'm leaving it as it is, and I love it. This is another little one like the first one I just showed you, and it's got the star on top. This one was broken. And I did glue a star on, but I guess it came off and I didn't even notice. But anyway, they're just really pretty. It's just a really pretty set of people in there. It might be hard to see, but I've showed it in a video before. This right here, I love it. I had this one on the top shelf here, but I actually like it here because you can see the back in the mirror. Like there's a back to it. And this one, let me sit this here and show you. My sister gave me this one, and it actually plays music too. It's like just like sort of like cardboard, wood, but you wind it up, and well, you have to wind it a little more. I think, let's see, it moves, and she thrifted it for something really inexpensive, and I do have the box for it. But the angels move, and I want to say the cow moves. Well, they all three move, if you can kind of see them going back and forth. But it was just so cool and unique. I loved it, and she was very sweet to thrift it and give it to me. This is the sister that has the niece that gave me the stuff outside. But, see, it doesn't play too long. You have to wind it all the way, but that's probably good. But I love that one. This one here was given to my daughter when she was a baby by her great-grandmother. It is Homeco, so Home Interiors. She actually had sold Home Interiors, but I've had it for years. I love it. This is one piece, and then the three wise men. So on my tree, I love these jewel brights. I have three that I found together that are silver. The inside silver. This has Mary. It's going to be hard to see. This has Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. This has one of the wise men. And this one has one of the wise men. But this one actually is gold. Those two are silver. So I need another wise man of those three, so they go together. And I think it would be green. Because I also, at a different estate sale, I found these four. They're green. That one's green. That's a wise man. Let me get up here and show you. That's a wise man. And then another wise man, and they're actually all wise. No, and that's the wise man, but this one kind of falls forward. And that, I think, is, well, you know what? I thought one of them was a shepherd. But anyway, my point being, I don't have the Mary and Joseph and baby Jesus in the colored ones. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a colored one with a colored Mary, Joseph, and Jesus. And for this one, I'm looking for another silver wise man. But I decided to put just those on that tree this year with the peace sign that also has a nativity on it. That was also given to me by my sister, I believe. And this little piece here is just a nativity that I made. It's just a little woodcraft. And when I made it and showed it to people, some people got what it was and some people didn't. It's just a wooden dowel cut. Joseph, Mary, baby Jesus, and the star. And I made a few of those and gave them away as gifts, and I think put them on Christmas gifts one year. But I love that. It's just a little simple craft. If you want to do it, you can get all that stuff at Hobby Lobby. It costs pretty much nothing. But it's cute. I love it. This little set, I just recently got not that long ago, about a week ago, and I showed it probably in my last thrifting video. It was the set that I got from ARC that you paint all the pieces. I just grabbed out the three that were already painted and stuck them here. This is a really pretty wooden set that I got. I don't think it was marked. No, it is marked. It's got that mark, but all this I've shown in previous videos. I just love that one. It was really unique and different. This one was two different pieces, but I got them at the same estate sale. I just sit that in there. This is one I think my sister gave me. It was kind of a very unique, different set as well. This is one of my favorite thrifted ones, and if you can see, the wise men have some damage on their little hats. And I was going to touch it up, but then I thought, anyway, I haven't touched it up, and I don't know if I will. But I loved their faces. These are, they were marked, and I have my readers and my new contacts in, so I can't even read that. But it's kind of like, it almost feels like plaster, maybe, but look at how pretty. This is my absolute favorite one, so I put it on here. This is a crystal extra tall cake plate. I just take the dome off. I put my little Joseph Original and Left-In Girls on this normally, but I wanted to put it here. And I just love this cheap stuff. I just put it around. But their faces were really pretty. Pretty much the rest of them looked really good. It's just their little hats or chipped, but I think it's still so pretty, and it's so vintage, and I love that. There's another just cute little one that I've thrifted. And then that was a cute little set I thrifted. I love. Now, I've sold a bunch of these kind from Germany. I sold a set one year, and God, I've sold so much stuff that I regret. I sold it was the whole set about this size. I sold it for like $70, and I really regret it because it was beautiful. So I just kept this little 3-piece that I found somewhere else. This sweet little Mary is looking for a baby and a Joseph. I got her somewhere for nothing, and she's just so cute. One day I'll find her her mates, and that's just a unique wooden one that I found. And then this one, I loved it. It's kind of like the one on the corner down there, just little ceramic pieces, but it was really pretty. And then I have quite a few of these. I forget who makes these. They're those really glittery ones. I thrifted like a bunch of them in boxes one time, and I sold 6 to like one person on eBay, and then I kept 2. And then I have another one that's like in pieces that I'm just probably going to craft with. But the 2 better ones that I didn't sell, I kept, and I just put them up here. Those are the real glittery ones. But that's pretty much the nativity scene in here. And then I'll show you my china cabinet. So this china cabinet was my grandmother-in-law's. My grandmother-in-law's, and she gave it, well, I got it when she passed away. I opened the doors because of the glare, but I just put like stuff that, well, my china and crystal is in it, but I just put stuff, some of my favorite stuff in it. And like I said, this year I just put out some of my favorite stuff and didn't do everything. But I love this little guy. He's just a little glass reindeer. I found him somewhere. I don't even remember where. And everything was intact. And I also found a little black cat that I had out for Halloween that's similar to him. But I keep him in here all the time so he doesn't get broken. This is just 2 little ceramic caroler and angel I found not too long ago. But I thought those were cute. They were in good shape. These are some of my little girls, my favorite ones. The one right here is one of my favorites. She's a Joseph Original, I think bedtime angel, and she still has her card. This is a Joseph Original. That's a Joseph Original. I think this Pretty February Angel, I love her too. She's so cute. I think she is no, she's just marked Japan. This Thursday's Child. These are usually on my buffet on my crystal thing. She's a Left-In. And I believe this one was a Left-In as well. I just stuck them over here because they had to be somewhere safe. Her tips are broken, but I still love her. It's okay. But I just stuck them in there to keep them safe. This little girl is also a Left-In. I thrifted her, oh gosh, I think from an estate sale. But she's just a little praying angel. And she's so cute. Look at her eyelashes. I guess you could put a tea light up top, but I just sit her in the glass to raise her up so that when the door is shut, you can see all of her. Oh my gosh. No, I did not do a breaker. Oop, too bad I can't edit because, well, I wouldn't edit it out anyway. But look at her pretty little face and eyelashes. Thank God I didn't break her. That's just some ornaments. Let's see. Some of the long, skinny glass ornaments I just stick in there. I put those on my silver tree last year with some other vintage ornaments, but I just changed it up. There's my plate I just recently thrifted. The bell plate that you saw. Gosh, I love that. And this little thing right here, I love it. She stays here all the time. She's just a little elf pearlized elf on a boot with pink and blue. She's, if you look at her up close, she has some rough spots on her, but I got her at an art store for very cheap, and I love her. This is, I have these two little, let's see, what were they? They're candle holders. Just made in Japan, candle holders with the spaghetti trim. I love those. I can't remember where I got those. I love this one with her red bells. The gravy boat back there is a teal, gorgeous gravy boat. It has like a tassel. It's ceramic, has like a tassel in here. You can't really see it. I might have to take it out. That was something my grandmother made in ceramics years ago, and I used to look at that in her china cabinet my whole time growing up, and I always wanted it, so I got it. She told me I could have it, and after she passed away, I left it in her house for many years after she passed away, but recently my mom said, go ahead and take it before someone breaks it. So I brought it home, and it's very, very special to me. So I just stuck some of my favorite ornaments in it. These are just the skinny glass ornaments here, another one, and a little bell. You probably can't see it that well, but I love that. And this is a really pretty nativity. Let me take this out and show you. I thrifted these. They're fabric, like almost like a frame, but I've shown these in a video before, but that's Mary, Joseph, and Jesus, and they have, they say the creative circle on the back. But that's them, and then this one is like the wise men, and you see the star. But those are just gorgeous pieces. Actually, let me take that one out and show you. That middle don't open. But I love those. I just thought they looked really pretty over here with the blue colors and the pinks in front of here. This little guy, I found him somewhere, a little spaghetti Santa, and I just felt like he needed a mate.